Hello and welcome. Thank you for your time. Let's share a love of tabletop games by taking a look at this booster box of Rage, the Werewolf the Apocalypse trading card game, Unlimited Edition from 1995. I'm excited about this. I used to really enjoy the game even though I was only ever able to play it once or twice. I didn't have a lot of money to commit to it at the time, but it is here now. This box has been on various shelves since 1995, and it feels as though it is old. I can feel that the contents have shifted around, and there is something sitting on top. Let's go ahead and see what has moved around. Yeah, these did not stand the test of time. These boxes were not made to last very long, and this is torn. But that's okay. Alright. Quick Wormranger card is bent. Roar of Storms. These are, your character cards are going to be double-sided. You have your breed form, which is the form of a character that you start the game with, and then you have your Krynos form, which is something that your characters can change into, since they are werewolves, as combat happens. And you have various gifts and allies, enemies, and other cards as you compete with your opponent, sometimes directly and sometimes indirectly, against trying to accumulate enough points to win the game. Some of the cards are going to say, for their breed form, it'll say Metis. Metis is a breed form where instead of being a human or a wolf that changes into a werewolf, they are permanently in one form. Card seems to be misprinted. You'll notice that a lot of these cards as I go through are either upside down or backwards, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of rhyme or reason to it. That is something I do remember from 1995, and I do own thousands of these cards. And I'm not sure what it was that Upper Deck was doing when they were printing these, but they came through quite disheveled in the packs. Good job dropping that. And as you can see, there are many different types of cards in these packs, which I will go over in a later video. We'll talk about building a deck, which I'm excited about. And we can talk about gameplay and win states, because the game itself was pretty unique. And I believe remains that way. Again, aside from the cultural appropriation, which was pretty prevalent in the 90s, the creators did do their best to honor the role-playing game that this was based off of, as well as create something that worked for a deck building game. So again, a Metis, same image on both sides. And you don't necessarily have to feel as if you're missing out by having a character that can't change, because there are strategies to using a werewolf that is something that changes. There are strategies to using werewolves that are just unchanging. And there we go. These cards are sticky. Very high gloss. Very heavy. There we go. And in addition to Garu, you would also get, so Garu being the word in the game for werewolves, you would have other were creatures. This is a Metis Ratkin, which is a were rat. And here is a past life card. Generally, you are only going to find one of these per booster box. This one is for Silver Fangs. It is Yuri Dvarich, which grants +8 renown for any moot votes, +1 health. No weaknesses. So, that's neat. I don't have that one yet. Another low printed card. Keep those to the side. Curious about that. And as with the Ratkin earlier, the Were-Rat, this one is a Were-Bear, which is a lot of fun. Looks like I did a number on that one. Not as gentle opening these as I could be. Fang Jumper is a very common card, and it looks like I missed doing damage to Old Storm Chaser here, which is fine. With apologies to Fang Jumper. Alright, last one. There we go. Alright, and again, I want to take a look real quick at, or show and demonstrate here that we have different varieties of cards, which added to complexity of play, which is one of the things that made it kind of fun. We're just going to skim off the top of these here, put that one over there. You've got your combat cards, so indicated by the combat word on the back. Attacking the worm, swipe. This is a combat event and combat action, and what you are able to do in various turns depends on what characters you have in play, what stage in the game that you're at, and then the outcome of combat, awarded points which you were playing up to. There are gifts which your characters are able to use. Slide it under the card. You've got moots, which are votes that go through according to points that are on your character cards. You have events that change how the game operates, such as moon phases. You can send specific characters out on quests for points. There's a moot again. This is a right, similar to a gift. You can tell, of course, we've got color differences which change according to what it is you're trying to play. Events such as pack totems, which there it's in focus. So unicorn, grandfather thunder. And all of these cards would go into the game, and you start with your characters out, and then you compete for the most wins in combat. And it's a lot of fun. We'll have an example game up on the channel here at some point. Again, thank you for your time. I do appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and thank you for tuning in.